August of 2007, I was a freshman at Central College, a private liberal arts college in Pella, Iowa. I was so excited. For the first few months, it was everything I hoped for. But halfway through my sophomore year, bad roommates, bad classes, and no extracurricular activities that fit my interest prompted me to look for a new school. When I heard about St. Cloud State's television production program, I was sold. When I arrived at St. Cloud State, I knew that the television program was right for me. There was only one problem. I was a junior, not having started my major, and missing a large portion of my general education requirements. Having to retake the majority of my gen eds has been extremely frustrating. I know my situation is unique, but I'm not the only one frustrated by gen eds.
Okay, my name is Danielle Pisek. I am a senior, so I'm done with all my gen ed classes. I think they're a waste of my time, a waste of my money, and I can honestly say I walked away not learning anything from any of them.
My name is Michael Gerling, and I do not know what I am because instead of finishing my gen eds, I got annoyed with them, so I went to work on my major and minor, and now I have to go back and finish those up. My gen eds so far have been so interesting. I like the ones that I feel like I'm taking with my own choice. I feel like I can decide on what I want, and those I don't mind. But the ones I have to take against my will, at gunpoint, I feel like I don't like.
My name's Matt Millay. I'm a super senior, going to be graduating in a couple weeks here. I'm completely done with my gen eds, obviously, because almost graduating, but for the most part, I thought they were pretty lame. I failed a few of them because I didn't even want to pay attention to them because they seemed so pointless. There were a couple that were kind of fun just to get me interested in other things, but I don't know, for the most part, I would disagree with gen eds.
I feel like they try to factory all the freshman people through all these courses as possible. Like, get them in, get them out, and then if they stick with it, then get them to their majors. It's like, I don't really think they care too much about how the kids do. And the more class people that fail, the more they have to take it again. They make more money.
Yeah. Well, and it's so hard to learn in that kind of an environment.
Yeah.
There's so many people. There's so many distractions. Like, it's impossible. I failed my first time in a math class here.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm done with my gen eds, so
That's good. So you can look back and say, thank God I'm past those, right?
Exactly.
That's good.
It took a while to get all the credits sorted out, because for my science class, to get my lab to count, it took about 3 years of going to the office and arguing that it transferred right, and that it took way too long.
I mean, you could be done so much faster,
Mm-hmm.
but you've got all this crap that you don't want. I feel like they're just there so that they can get more money from you.
I think some gen eds, though, would be nice. Like, kind of back to the original topic, just because it can introduce you to, like, majors and minors, because that's kind of how I got into film studies. Because we had to take one of those, like, where it was under the theater, film, dance, or whatever. And I took the original film studies, and that's how I got into film studies.
I feel like they're there because they're trying to uphold with a certain standard with diversity, because there's so many diversity courses that you're required to take.
That race and religions class definitely, like, as soon as I spoke my mind, she, like, dropped me down a grade. I know she did. And I would go home and tell my mom, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, they make you feel bad for being white. But anyway.
Don't mind taking your money.
And, like, I grew up in the military, so, like, everyone around me is of different ethnicity and like, I mean, not everyone, like, but there's so many, like, there's, so that was just the normal to me. So, like, having to take that, I felt like it was just crap. And then there was another one, any of those classes that you have that make you do extra volunteering, like, you have to have, like, I had, like, 2 theater classes that make you do, like, 45 hours extra service in the department. And, like, who has time for that? If you have a full schedule and you have to work, like, I struggled and, like, didn't go to work so that I could do those hours. I hated that. That.
One class I really hated, it was Social 111, sociology or whatever, the intro sociology that everybody has to take. I took it in a lecture hall in Stewart with like a couple hundred people, and we had assigned seats. And then we also had to join the social. We had to do like either community service or join the social club, which was the social, I can't remember what it stands for, but you had to like join these extracurricular groups and everything, and it was the intro class. It's
Wow.
like, I know I'm not going into this, but you're doing all this extra stuff, and ended up failing that one and having to take it again because it was just all this ridiculous work that was for nothing.
College has not been everything that I hoped for. I was hoping for an opportunity that would allow me to explore the horizons of the earth. What I ended up with was classes that forced me to learn a little bit about a lot of things I had no interest in. While some gen eds have helped me discover topics I never would have known I had any interest in, the majority have been a waste of time and money. The bottom line is, as the person paying for my education, I feel I have the right to decide what I want to learn.